Every morning, millions of seniors unknowingly put their hearts at risk with one simple habit. It's so routine and common that hardly anyone questions it. Yet this one action significantly increases the risk of heart failure. As a heart specialist, I've seen firsthand how this dangerous habit silently damages the heart over time. If you or a loved one does this every day, it could be setting the stage for a serious medical emergency. Stay with me as I reveal what this habit is, why it's so harmful, and how you can protect your heart starting tomorrow. One of the most common morning habits that many seniors practice, often without realizing its dangers, is drinking coffee or caffeinated beverages on an empty stomach right after waking up. While enjoying your morning coffee is a cherished routine for many, doing so without any food in your stomach can have significant and potentially harmful effects on your heart health. This simple habit may seem harmless, even refreshing, but it can trigger a cascade of physiological reactions that put undue stress on the cardiovascular system, increasing the risk of heart failure over time. When you drink coffee on an empty stomach, the caffeine stimulates the release of stress hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones cause your heart rate and blood pressure to spike abruptly, which, over time, puts excess strain on the heart muscle and arteries. For seniors, whose cardiovascular systems are often already more vulnerable due to age-related changes like stiffening arteries and reduced heart efficiency, this sudden surge can be particularly harmful. The morning hours are critical because the body naturally experiences an increase in blood pressure and heart rate upon waking, a phenomenon known as the morning surge. Adding the effects of caffeine without any food to buffer the response amplifies these changes unnaturally, heightening the risk of arrhythmias, blood clots, and ultimately, heart failure. Multiple medical studies have confirmed the link between caffeine intake on an empty stomach and adverse cardiovascular outcomes. For example, research published in the American Journal of Hypertension found that caffeine consumed without food leads to higher blood pressure spikes compared to caffeine consumed with a meal. Another study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlighted increased markers of inflammation and oxidative stress in people who drank coffee before breakfast, both of which are known contributors to heart disease. Chronic inflammation damages the inner lining of blood vessels, making them more prone to plaque buildup and blockages, which can ultimately lead to heart failure. I've seen this pattern play out in my clinical practice many times. One patient, a 72-year-old man I'll call Mr. Johnson, had a history of borderline high blood pressure but enjoyed 2 strong cups of black coffee every morning before breakfast. Over the years, his blood pressure gradually worsened, and he began experiencing occasional heart palpitations and fatigue. After a careful review, we identified his morning coffee routine as a key contributor to his deteriorating heart health. When he switched to drinking coffee only after a healthy breakfast, his blood pressure stabilized, and his symptoms improved significantly. This is just one example of how such a seemingly minor habit can quietly undermine heart health in seniors. The heart and cardiovascular system undergo many important changes in the morning. After hours of fasting during sleep, the body enters a state of heightened readiness to kickstart the day. Blood pressure naturally rises to supply vital organs with oxygen and nutrients, and the heart beats faster to meet increased demands. However, this morning surge can also reveal vulnerabilities in the cardiovascular system. If an external trigger like caffeine on an empty stomach causes an additional surge in stress hormones, the heart is pushed to work harder than it should, increasing wear and tear. Over time, this can contribute to the development of heart muscle weakening, irregular heartbeats, and poor circulation, all precursors to heart failure. Understanding why the timing and context of caffeine consumption matter is key. When caffeine is consumed alongside food, the absorption is slower and more balanced, preventing sudden spikes in hormone levels and blood pressure. The presence of food also helps protect the lining of the stomach and blood vessels from irritation and inflammation. For seniors, avoiding coffee on an empty stomach is a simple yet effective way to reduce unnecessary cardiovascular strain and lower the risk of complications. In summary, while the morning coffee ritual is comforting and energizing, drinking it on an empty stomach can create a dangerous environment for the heart, especially in seniors. The spike in stress hormones, increased blood pressure, and heightened inflammation all contribute to an increased risk of heart failure over time. Recognizing this connection empowers you to make smarter choices that protect your heart health. The next step is learning how to adjust your morning routine to safeguard your cardiovascular system without giving up the pleasures of your morning drink. If you or someone you know follows this habit, it's time to rethink it. Small changes like having a balanced breakfast before your coffee can make a significant difference in heart health and overall well-being. Remember, the goal is not just to avoid risk, but to actively support and strengthen your heart, especially during the vulnerable morning hours. Drinking coffee or caffeinated beverages on an empty stomach may seem like a harmless way to jumpstart the day, but when repeated daily over years, this habit can cause serious, gradual damage to your heart and arteries. Each morning, the caffeine triggers a surge in adrenaline and cortisol, stress hormones that cause your heart to beat faster and your blood vessels to constrict. While an occasional increase in heart rate isn't dangerous for a healthy heart, repeated daily spikes put continuous strain on the heart muscle. Over time, this strain can weaken the heart's ability to pump blood effectively, leading to what doctors call heart failure. Heart failure doesn't mean your heart has stopped working. Rather, it means the heart is no longer able to pump blood as well as it should. This causes symptoms like shortness of breath, fatigue, swelling in the legs, and difficulty performing everyday activities. The heart muscle becomes weak or stiff, making it hard for blood to circulate properly throughout the body. This condition worsens over time and can significantly reduce quality of life, leading to frequent hospital visits and even death if left untreated. The repeated stress from caffeine consumed on an empty stomach worsens this situation by promoting arterial damage. The spikes in blood pressure caused by caffeine stress the lining of the arteries, making them more prone to inflammation and plaque buildup. This narrows the arteries, reducing blood flow to vital organs, including the heart itself. Reduced blood flow can cause chest pain, irregular heartbeats, arrhythmias, or even trigger blood clots, which may lead to heart attacks or strokes. These dangerous events are much more common in seniors because aging naturally causes arteries to stiffen and the heart muscle to lose some of its strength. Seniors are especially vulnerable because, as we age, the heart's ability to recover from stress diminishes. The elasticity of blood vessels decreases, and the heart may already have some degree of damage from years of wear and tear or other medical conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes. When combined with the repeated caffeine-induced surges, this makes the heart work harder and accelerates the damage process. Over time, this leads to a dangerous cycle where the heart struggles to keep up with the body's demands, increasing the risk of heart failure. The impact of this habit is not always immediate but accumulates silently, which is why many seniors don't realize the danger until symptoms appear. By the time symptoms like fatigue or swelling develop, the heart may already be significantly weakened. This delay is why it's crucial to address the habit before permanent damage sets in. Arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats, are another common consequence of this habit. The morning caffeine rush can disrupt the heart's electrical system, causing palpitations or more serious rhythm problems. These irregular rhythms can lead to blood pooling in the heart chambers, increasing the risk of clot formation. If a clot travels to the brain or lungs, it can cause life-threatening strokes or pulmonary embolisms. The urgency of changing this habit cannot be overstated. It's a silent threat that, if ignored, can lead to irreversible heart damage and devastating consequences. Fortunately, this damage can be prevented or slowed if the habit is modified early. Replacing caffeine on an empty stomach with a balanced breakfast and delaying coffee until after eating reduces stress on the heart and allows blood pressure and heart rate to stabilize naturally. Taking control of this habit is one of the simplest and most effective ways seniors can protect their heart health and reduce the risk of heart failure. The longer this habit continues unchecked, the more the risk compounds. Don't wait for symptoms to appear. The time to act is now. Your heart deserves that care and attention to keep beating strong for years to come. If you've been drinking coffee on an empty stomach for years, changing this habit might seem challenging. But the good news is that there are simple, heart-healthy alternatives that can protect your cardiovascular system without sacrificing your morning routine. Replacing this risky habit with smarter, evidence-based practices can help stabilize your blood pressure, reduce stress on your heart, and improve your overall well-being. First, try to always have a balanced breakfast before your coffee or caffeinated drink. Eating something rich in fiber, protein, and healthy fats slows the absorption of caffeine and prevents the sudden adrenaline surge that stresses your heart. Think oatmeal with nuts, yogurt with fruit, or whole grain toast with avocado. These foods provide a steady energy source and reduce inflammation in the blood vessels. Hydration is another key step. Drinking a glass of water immediately after waking helps rehydrate your body and kickstarts circulation gently. Proper hydration supports blood volume and reduces the workload on your heart throughout the morning. In addition to nutrition, introducing light morning stretching or gentle exercise can prepare your cardiovascular system for the day ahead. Simple stretches or a short walk around the house help improve blood flow, loosen stiff muscles, and gradually increase your heart rate in a controlled way. This contrasts sharply with the sudden caffeine jolt that can cause harmful spikes. If you find it difficult to give up the immediate caffeine boost, try reducing your intake gradually. Start by delaying your first cup by 15 minutes each day, replacing it with herbal tea or warm water with lemon. Over a few weeks, increase the delay until you've had a healthy breakfast before your coffee. This gradual approach prevents withdrawal symptoms like headaches and irritability, making the transition smoother. Managing stress is another important lifestyle tweak. The morning hours can be stressful, especially when rushing to get ready. Mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or even listening to calming music can lower cortisol levels, reducing heart strain. These practices complement your new morning routine and help keep your blood pressure steady. Incorporating a brief morning walk outdoors is another powerful habit. Walking in fresh air not only supports cardiovascular health, but also boosts mood and energy levels, setting a positive tone for the day. This gentle exercise reduces arterial stiffness and promotes better circulation, which is particularly important for seniors. Consistency is the key to making these changes effective. Even small, daily improvements can have a dramatic impact over time. Your heart is resilient and responds well to positive habits. By replacing a risky caffeine on an empty stomach habit with nourishing food, hydration, movement, and relaxation, you give your heart the support it needs to stay strong. Remember, changing lifelong habits isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each morning that you make these healthier choices, you're actively reducing your risk of heart failure and improving your quality of life. These simple shifts also boost energy, reduce fatigue, and help maintain a healthy weight, all important factors for heart health. Your heart will thank you for these mindful changes, and you'll likely notice improvements in how you feel physically and mentally. So, start tomorrow. Eat a healthy breakfast first, hydrate well, move gently, and savor your coffee afterward. These steps, combined with stress management and consistent routine, set the foundation for a healthier heart and a longer, fuller life. Maintaining heart health becomes increasingly important as we age, and seniors must take proactive steps to protect their cardiovascular system beyond just adjusting morning habits. The good news is that with the right strategies, you can significantly reduce your risk of heart disease and improve your quality of life. Here are some essential heart health tips tailored specifically for seniors. First and foremost, regular medical checkups are vital. Scheduling routine visits with your healthcare provider helps monitor your heart's condition, blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and other risk factors. Early detection of any abnormalities allows for timely intervention, preventing complications before they escalate. Equally important is adhering to prescribed medications. Many seniors take medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes, conditions that affect heart health. Skipping doses or stopping medication without consulting your doctor can be dangerous, as it allows these conditions to worsen unchecked. Monitoring your blood pressure at home is another key habit. Keeping a log of your readings and sharing them with your doctor gives a clearer picture of how your heart is performing and how lifestyle changes are helping. Aim for a consistent routine, checking at the same time each day to track trends accurately. A heart-healthy diet complements your improved morning routine and supports overall cardiovascular wellness. Focus on whole foods rich in antioxidants, fiber, and healthy fats. Fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish like salmon provide essential nutrients that reduce inflammation and strengthen blood vessels. Limit intake of processed foods, added sugars, and excessive salt, which can raise blood pressure and damage arteries. For some seniors, supplements such as omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, or coenzyme Q10 may be beneficial, but always consult your healthcare provider before adding any new supplements. Safe exercise is a cornerstone of heart health for seniors. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity exercise per week, such as brisk walking, swimming, or cycling. These activities improve circulation, strengthen the heart muscle, and help maintain a healthy weight. Balance and flexibility exercises like yoga or Tai Chi also reduce fall risk and improve overall fitness. If you're new to exercise or have existing health conditions, consult your doctor before starting and consider working with a physical therapist or trainer specializing in senior fitness. It's important to recognize and avoid other habits that can compound heart risks when combined with drinking coffee on an empty stomach or any other harmful routine. Smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, and chronic stress all increase heart disease risk. Poor sleep habits and sedentary lifestyles further weaken cardiovascular health. Addressing these factors together with your morning routine changes creates a powerful defense against heart failure and other complications. Motivation is essential on this journey. Remember, reclaiming your heart health is not about restriction or fear. It's about empowering yourself to live a longer, fuller life. Every small positive choice you make adds up, whether it's choosing a nutritious breakfast, taking a daily walk, or following your doctor's advice. You have the strength and capacity to improve your heart's resilience and enjoy your golden years with vitality and peace of mind. By embracing these heart health tips tailored for seniors, you're investing in your future well-being. Your heart is the engine that powers your life, and with care and attention, it can continue to run smoothly for many years. Stay committed, stay informed, and remember that it's never too late to make a change that benefits your heart. Many seniors have common questions and concerns about heart health, especially when it comes to morning routines and lifestyle changes. One of the most frequent questions is whether drinking coffee on an empty stomach every morning is really dangerous. The answer is yes. This habit can cause sudden spikes in blood pressure and stress hormones that strain the heart over time, increasing the risk of heart failure, particularly for those with existing heart conditions. Another widespread myth is that heart disease is purely genetic and unavoidable. While genetics do play a role, lifestyle factors like diet, exercise, and habits such as consuming caffeine on an empty stomach have a significant impact. Many heart issues can be prevented or managed by making healthier choices. Some seniors wonder if they need to worry about these habits if they currently feel fine. It's important to know that heart damage often develops silently over many years before symptoms appear, so addressing risky habits early can prevent serious problems later. There's also confusion around heart-healthy supplements. While some may be beneficial, not all are safe or effective. Supplements can interact with medications or lack strong evidence supporting their use, so it's crucial to consult your healthcare provider before adding any new supplements to your routine. Many people ask if being on medication means they don't need to change their habits. Medications are essential for managing symptoms and reducing risks, but they work best alongside healthy lifestyle changes. Avoiding habits like drinking caffeine on an empty stomach helps reduce stress on the heart and improves overall outcomes, complementing medical treatment. Perhaps one of the most encouraging facts is that it's never too late to improve heart health. The heart is remarkably adaptable and responds positively to changes at any age. Even small improvements in diet, exercise, and daily habits can make a significant difference in preventing heart failure and enhancing quality of life. Heart health may seem complicated, but the basics are simple. Nourish your body with wholesome food, stay active, manage stress, and follow your doctor's guidance. Reliable, professional advice is key to creating a personalized plan that fits your needs and medical history. By clearing up these myths and answering common questions, I hope you feel empowered to take control of your heart health. Remember, small changes today lead to bigger benefits tomorrow, and support is always available through your healthcare team. Don't hesitate to reach out whenever you have concerns or need guidance on your heart health journey. Your heart is your body's engine, and protecting it starts with the choices you make every single morning. That one habit you do daily might seem harmless, but as I've explained, it can quietly increase your risk of heart failure over time. The good news? You have the power to change it starting now. Take action, adopt healthier morning routines, and prioritize your heart's health every day. If you found this information valuable, share it with someone you care about. It might save a life. Remember, prevention is the best medicine. Stay heart smart and take care.